Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a special post for those of you who are teachers. Um, and you might be a homeschooler teacher, you might be a regular brick and mortar teacher, you might be an online teacher, you might be a church Sunday school teacher, whatever type of teacher you might be, and you're also a parent. And I thought, this is a post that's long overdue towards the end of the school year now. And so it just gets me to thinking about all the wonderful teachers in my life and those in my children's life. I know you guys have those stories too that you just want to share. And I mean, I one of my most favorite people is Mona Green and Tiffany Adams from Blunt Elementary, and I love them so much. Mona Green is no longer working; she's retired now. Tiffany Adams also retired as a teacher and is now a realtor. Anyway, but it's which is sad. Some of the best teachers I know no longer teach, and so, but I hope that I was a teacher for 8 years, and I hope that I was even half as influential and awesome as they were. I loved teaching. I loved it. And my particular situation, I was a teacher to exceptional children. So all of my children were exceptional. I had someone wise told me the other day that all children are exceptional, and I believe that. But anyway, I had a great 8 years there at the school, and I do miss those children. I look forward to seeing them graduate this year. The next class that I think two more classes, and it'll be the end of those that I taught, which is so crazy. But anyway, so I really enjoyed it. But I know you all were like me. When your children started school, it was so hard to find the right fit for your children. You have facilitators, you have therapists, and all kinds of people at the school to help. And it's really one of those situations where it really does matter the type of relationship you have, the connection that you have with your teachers and those around you, and the principal and all of that, because it will come back to haunt you if you don't. I've already done posts about that, but today it was more about what is it like for you now, and what is it like for me now that I'm not no longer teaching. Although I do teach at church, so that's still there, but I love the fact that I was able to teach my children for a small amount of time at least, and that I was able to have that connection with them and that relationship, because the relationship between a teacher and a student is one that is, you can't describe it. You have to experience it. So let me try. I'm going to try. It's going to be hard. So I often hear teachers say my children or my kids, or, referring to their students as their children. And I understand that now, because when you spend 8 hours a day with these kids, and maybe longer, because there's after school programs or there's other things that you might do. I feel like you are with them longer than they are with their parents sometimes, and I feel like the influence you have over them is so important. And so you want to be that positive role model. You want to be that positive influence in their life. For some children, you may be their only positive influence, or their only safe net that they have. And so in those situations, it's really hard when the end of the school year comes around and you know that they have to go back to their situation, whatever it might be. And you wonder, and you worry about them. You worry about them over the summer. You worry that they might lose what they've learned. And you worry about the fact that, like I said, they don't have that safe zone anymore, a place where they can decompress, a place where they feel okay and accepted. And for a lot of students, that's their reality. Home is not necessarily the best place for them. And so for me, that was really hard. Now, let me tell you one other thing. So as far as being a teacher, you don't really have a break. Everyone thinks, oh, it's so wonderful because when you're a teacher, you have the whole summer off. You have all the holidays off, weekends off. You have, all this extra time. Oh, and during the day, you have your planning period. Well, let me tell you about those things. So for planning period, it might be 20, 30 minutes, an hour tops, right? And during that time, you're trying to do everything that you couldn't do because you're teaching. Go to the bathroom, maybe reply to emails, perhaps get a little bit of drink or sustenance into your body. Those are the types of things you do during your planning period. On the weekends, guess what? You're thinking about the next week ahead. And so you may end up having to go to the store to buy some things. You may have to make some handouts. You might have to do some putting together something for your lessons. You may have to go back to the school and do some of these things at the school. You know, if you're lucky, you could do them at home. As much as you can, you try to do all these things during the week, but there's just not enough time during the day. And then you have your holidays. Well, that's precious because if you have a family, you want that time with your family. That's the decompression time. So vacation days and holidays are really precious. But guess what? You still get emails from parents. You still get calls. You still have, you know, maybe assignments that people turn in late at the last minute. You didn't have time to grade. And there's always all these things. And then summer break, that is definitely a misnomer. So I think that they should call it something like summer prep because it's not really a summer break. It's a time when you're preparing for the next upcoming school year. You have meetings, you have a lot to do before the next school year, and summer is not even enough time to do it. I mean, honestly, summer, I wish summer was longer, but then you'd lose some of what you've learned, and it's too much of a gap is, you know, it's pretty detrimental to the, you know, the education of our children. So, but if you ask any teacher, they would tell you that if they could, they would. But yeah, being a teacher is one of the hardest jobs you'll ever love. But I tell you that it was a great experience for me. And this post is to thank all of you teachers out there who had a great influence on my children. I don't want to drop names because I'll forget someone, even though I dropped a couple at the beginning, but that's okay. I love you guys, and I appreciate everything that you've done for my kids. So kudos, and I bow down to y'all. All right, as always, good luck on your journey, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.